Ships you would never think of. At some point during the month or the week or the year, even if it's one time, they always come in and save the transaction or make you look so good to the point to where you're going to get so many referrals.
I had the remediation company, I had the plumber there already, and we were able to get to closing. And the reason we were able to get to closing on time was because of my contacts and having the team behind me, knowing every contractor in South Florida made this happen.
Wow.
So the Buy Sell Diva team did not have to have an extension. We were able to clean the house, put the new flooring down, have all parties involved, and close. And it was seamless. There was no one upset because I immediately took care of everything. And it was a lot of water.
Yeah.
So,
and we handled the insurance for the seller and got it conveyed to where like the warranty of the repairs went with the house.
Yeah, that's amazing. And that's really why you would never know when those contacts can come in to save the day.
Yeah. So when you hire a mortgage company, a realtor, a real estate attorney, and you ask questions and they have to stutter, you've already lost. You need to have someone who knows the answers to everything. Immediately. Like when I call you and I say, oh my goodness, what about this scenario and that scenario? And you're able to just tell me a solution to be able to close in 15 days, you have those solutions instantly. And we're able to be successful.
Such a difference because there's so many, every transaction is so unique. People think, oh, this is like I'm an easy person, like I've got perfect credit, I'm just buying a simple house, it's not going to be a big deal, but it really is.
No, it's really a big deal. In fact, let's talk about the as-is contract in the state of Florida. So our contract in the state of Florida, you have a few protections within that. One, we are a title state. We are not an attorney state. By the way, you're going to have an attorney behind you on every transaction with JK Closings. Our protection is our inspection period. So when we start a transaction together, one, as a buyer, you need to go get pre-approved. Right here, we're going to do a group text. We're going to get pre-approved because we want to know everything ahead of time before we even go shopping. So before we even start shopping, you're going to go get pre-approved with Smart Mortgage. And the reason is because time is money is time, and we need to know what our purchase price can be. So walk us through how you do your pre-approvals.
So we really try to emphasize speed and service. So the service side of things, we try to have every pre-approval done over the phone with our team. So whether you're in the car, whether you're on the go, our team will call you at a time that works for you, and then we will go through all the questions on the application, answer them for you accurately, and it shouldn't take more than 10-15 minutes. As soon as we get that application, we'll send you a list of documents that we need, and if you act fast, we're even faster. So if you get us those documents quickly, same day, or if it's late at night, the next morning, we'll get you pre-approved. We want to be detailed and accurate with everything that we review, because once you actually go under contract and you find a home, now I have the confidence to be able to tell you, right? Hey, we can do a 15-day contract, we can do a 7-day or 5-day contingency, and now you can save money on the negotiation because we're so aggressive with the terms of the contract.
Right.
And it was all because we have a strong file on you.
We put the game plan together before we ever even started shopping.
Exactly.
And this way we are successful. We have a successful outcome no matter what the purchase price is. We know our numbers, we know what we can do because you and I talk and we communicate within the team. And if I know look, we're competing on a home that has multiple offers, and that still does happen. This is still a very competitive market out there. If we need to write a 7-day loan approval, and I call you and I know you've got my back, if you say I can do it, I can do it. And we get everything done in those 7 days, including the appraisal.
Yes.
Explain what happens in reference to getting them actual loan approval in that 7 days.
When you have a 7-day finance contingency, the contract states you need to get a loan commitment with an appraisal within that 7 days. Now, a loan commitment is easy for me to get. It's a loan approval with very minor conditions or just a clear to close, which with our turn times and our underwriting and our strong pre-approvals, we're very confident to get. 7 days is no problem. But like you mentioned, the appraisal is out of our control. So what we do is as soon as the contract is executed, that clock starts to tick, and we have 7 days. We order a rush on the appraisal immediately. As soon as you sign your disclosures, the appraisal is already ordered, and we will typically get those appraisals back, I would say 3 to 5 days on a rush.
Yeah.
We will pay for the rush. We will order all of our appraisals on a rush, even if you have a 30-day finance contingency.
Well, we want to know.
Right, exactly.
Right?
No one wants to waste their time. I mean, everyone wants to know.
Right.
Did you buy the home at a fair market value? But more than that, is there going to be any problems that come into your transaction?
Yeah.
You don't want a problem 3 weeks or even 2 weeks into the process. So we order the appraisal immediately. Whether it's a 7-day contingency or a 14-day contingency, it's a rush on everything.
And this gives the seller a lot of confidence knowing that the contingencies have been met. So
Exactly.
we could be competing with someone who even comes in with a stronger offer money-wise, but we have the better terms, and they go with our better terms for the reason of they know at the end of 7 days or 14 days, this is locked in, solid deal, appraisal has been done, any negotiation that needed to be done with that appraisal is now completed, and they're going to the closing table.
Especially when you're competing with cash offers, which in Florida,
Yeah.
it's mainly cash offers.
It is.
Right? So if you're competing against a cash offer and you're financing, especially if the seller or the listing agent had a bad experience with financing, which is also extremely common, you want to have a short finance contingency. And we will also call the
Yes,
listing
I was
agent.
just going to say that. So we literally put together a call, we put together an email, we do our due diligence with the selling agent representing you as the buyer so that they know that they have 100% commitment on our side. We communicate with them every step of the way. Every step of the way. From the first time that we send the text message to the offer being sent, you immediately get on the phone, you call the selling agent, and you let them know who you are and how you're going to handle the process, and that makes all the difference.
Of course. These are things that buyers don't really see, but
Right.
it's so crucial to the entire process.
The
That
entire
phone call
process.
can make or break whether or not they take our offer.
Yes.
Especially if you're in a competing offer situation. I mean, how many times do you call someone from pre-approval, they don't answer the phone or get back to you at all,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So when you're in a multiple offer situation, a cash offer situation, multiple finance offer situation, now when you have a lender that calls and also with competitive terms on the contract that you're going to meet because your lender not only communicates, but is also going to put even their own money on the table to help meet those contingencies, that's when you give all parties the confidence and you can actually secure that property.
Absolutely. As a listing agent, I send you every single offer.
Yeah.
Now you may be thinking, why? What if he's not doing the mortgage? Well, I have to verify everything.
Of course.
And how many times have we had to do a rescue loan because the other side did not communicate, did not do their job, and things go wrong when you don't communicate and you don't order what you need to order. So having the team behind us and being able to depend on you to verify things, it's the best team possible. So between Smart Mortgage and Buy Sell Diva, we have every single box checked so that you can be successful in your real estate transaction. So in a rescue loan scenario, I have a listing and they go with a big bank. A few days before closing, that big bank starts asking questions for different documentation. We've all been through this. Explain how you can come in and rescue that loan. Now, we will have to do an extension. We talk to the sellers. We give full confidence that you will be able to close this loan after you speak to the sellers, the buyers, all parties involved. But walk us through how you can rescue this loan so we can still be successful in selling this property and getting in the closing table.
Yeah, that's a great question. And honestly, we do a ton of rescue loans. I mean, we work with mainly listing agents, right? And what you do, this is what other listing agents do. That's what really put us on the map is they have us in their back pocket just in case something were to go wrong with the transaction. right? And you check with me on every offer that you get, which is really important, especially if there's a lender that's a big bank. That is, I mean, most of the time, these banks, especially on a self-employed client, on a condo, these transactions likely fall through last second. The reason we can help get that loan closed quickly and we make the perfect rescue loan in that scenario is, number one, we're fast. We're extremely fast. We have same-day turnaround, 24-hour turnaround times for underwriting. We can get the application the same day, we get all the documents, we can transfer the appraisal, get the title work under our name. We have a big team that jumps on it immediately. We don't wait. And secondly, we provide competitive terms so our clients aren't sacrificing numbers that they're getting maybe from a bank that they shopped around with.
Right.
So with our competitive terms and our speed, now the client is put in a better position so that they can meet the closing table efficiently, right? And your seller trusts you because you trust us that we can get the job done, right? And more importantly, I mean, we just do our due diligence up front. We will know right away what the problem was, how we can fix it, and then just guarantee that
And
we get to the
usually
closing
these
table.
are not big problems. They're usually something where the communication fell apart at the big bank.
Correct.
Things didn't get sent to so-and-so, to this person, to that person.
Exactly.
We're here, we're all within the same team and you're controlling everything. You see
Exactly.
it all within our emails, within the chain of command. You're able to know, okay, this is a red flag, this is not, we can push this through, we can get what we need, and we go to closing. I mean, it's very simple when you really break it down. It's turning in the paperwork, getting everyone lined up to do their job, including title, which usually when we're doing a rescue loan, everything is done except for the clear to close.
Except for the loan side. So it makes it really easy for us because, okay, title's done, the appraisal's done.
Yeah.
And listen, you know, a bad thing, you mentioned big banks. Most banks don't transfer over the appraisal. They don't allow it. They don't have a department that allows that to happen for conventional loans. So we'll order a rush appraisal, get that appraisal back within 7 days, and still meet that 10-day closing time frame.
Yeah.
So it's really something that we've been very proficient in. And again, those rescue loan scenarios, that's why we've really been able to grow, because we've been able to prove ourselves by coming in to save loans that other lenders could not close.
Yeah. It's a great, efficient system that you have to be able to assist selling agents coming in on the back end.
But honestly, most importantly, I mean, like we talk about this all the time, right? I mean, we make such a good team. Communication between lender and agent is so important,
It's
right?
critical.
It is.
It's everything.
It is everything, because without proper communication, the truth is I'm not going to be able to meet that 10-day closing, right? I need to be able to have the proper team around me because I can't control every aspect of the transaction. It's like how you can't control every aspect of the transaction. I mean, if we did, every closing would happen in 7 days, smooth, and everyone would be happy. But unfortunately, we can't, right? And that's why we try to get our clients, buyers or sellers, to use as many people within our circle as we can, because they deliver, and because you will be taken care of numbers-wise as well.
Yes,
right?
and that starts with from the listing agent to the inspections to the insurance guy. I mean, we have an amazing insurance guy, David, and then from you doing the mortgage to our closing table, meaning title and attorney. I mean, the whole entire team is built around your success. Success is getting to the closing table and your new home. And we have built A-plus team that gets us there every single time.
As a lender, right, we work with two different sides, right? We work with not only the buy side, we work with the list side. And a lot of the times, like you mentioned, I can't control who on all sides of this party is, right? But the great thing about the Buy Sell Diva team, you guys, is when one side, like the buy side, if you're on the selling side, or the list side, if you're on the buy side, you will help those agents and you will help make sure the transaction gets to closing. You don't mind doing the extra work, just as long as all parties are happy and they get to the closing table smoothly.
So that's why we have a 5-star rating on Google, is because my job is to get to closing. It doesn't matter whose work it is supposed to be. My job is to get to closing. So if I have to take care of whatever it is on the other side. I'm taking care of that, right down to HOA approvals, because they didn't drop off the paperwork, or they requested something else and it needs to be there. I mean, I will take care of everything from A to Z, because the goal is for you to be successful in purchasing your home. There is no whose side was supposed to do it, or this was supposed to be done by so-and-so. No. The goal is to get to the closing table, but that's why we have such a strong team around us, is because we're able to take care of those things that other people don't. We take care of the problems so you can be successful in your transaction.
It's solutions, right? It's just calling me with a problem. And it could be any problem. And that's the thing with our team, especially us, we can wear different hats to make sure the problem gets solved and we get to the closing table. And again, the buyers, the sellers, whoever the clients are, they won't even notice it.
No, they won't even notice it.
So sometimes you don't know what you lose and what you're actually paying for when you use the wrong real estate partner, when you use the wrong lender or the wrong person on any side of it. You don't know what you're missing out on and what you're actually paying for when it comes to time, service. People are like, oh, I can use any agent, but what if you use the proper agent? You don't realize the good deal or the good house you just missed out on.
And the value behind all of this is, one, you're literally moving into a new home. You have packed up your entire life. You're depending on us to close. So I'm going to give you an example, and this is a silly scenario, but literally my clients are at the closing table and they have moved from Chicago to here, and they have their HOA approval, and we are literally at the title company, and the HOA calls the title company and says, oh, you can't close them. There's a problem. And what is the problem? The problem is that the sidewalk is dirty in front of their house. And I said, we're at the closing table. Nope, you cannot close. So what did I do? I left the closing table and said, guys, I'm ordering you lunch. I'll be back in an hour. I go to the neighborhood. I know when I did the walkthrough that morning, there was a gentleman pressure cleaning in the neighborhood. He's still there. So I pay him $50. He pressure cleans the sidewalk in front of the home. I take the picture, I send it to the HOA, and they're able to sign. That is the difference. There's always a solution to every single problem. Now, that was very minor. That was silly because it could be taken care of in 10 minutes, and it was.
No, that's a major.
But we could not close without the lady from the HOA signing off.
That's major.
Yes.
People may think, I'm like, to you, because you do it solving every problem all the time, like to you it's like second nature. But any other person in that scenario, they would have just been like,
what do we do?
Throw their hands up, guys. I mean, we can't close now. We're gonna have to figure this out. And that's why the buyers in that case, they probably don't even realize. They're like, oh, okay, we can't close, it sucks, blame the HOA, but they don't realize what they're missing out on and how smooth the transaction can be if they work with the proper team.
Absolutely.
Right? So
having
from water breaks, rescue loans, to painters. We'll see your ass.
People don't really you think you have a smooth transaction. I tell the whole team, I'm like, nothing's going to be a smooth transaction.
Everything is smooth until it's not. And you have to have the solutions to be able to fix those unexpected hiccups, those problems.
There's so many open permits, like code violations or like inspection problems, the roof.
And every house, when a client says to me, Beth, I really like this home, the first thing I do before the contract's even written, because they've already been pre-approved with you, is I go into the database and I see if there's any open permits. Now, it's not a 100% solution. Title may find something, but it gives me an idea. It gives me an idea of how old the property in reference to roof, ACs, impact windows, who installed it.
Leverage.
Right.
If there's an open permit from a fence 10 years ago, we know there's going to be a problem. We'll
So fences are always left open on open permits. Well, I can easily close that But the sell side doesn't need to know that. Why didn't they close it out themselves? When I'm representing a buyer, it gives me leverage.
Exactly.
So now I can negotiate that and save the buyer a little bit of money. Yeah, I'll take care of that. But you're gonna have to take some money off from my buyer in reference to, well, you have open permits. I'm always looking out for our clients. That's the number one goal.
You mentioned something really key that I think really differentiates you guys from other teams. That is create leverage for yourself. And people think it's like, oh, it's just negotiation. We have to be, well, I'm better in the negotiation side, etc. But negotiations are all about leverage and who has more leverage.
Yeah.
You create leverage for your buyers and your sellers, which allows you to get better deals for everybody involved. And not only better deals, make sure that you can get to the closing table.
The whole goal is to be at the closing table, not asking for an extension.
Correct.
Right?
That's a skill.
Close. It is a skill.
It's like being, when people go to a meeting, for example, after they reach an appointment, and they're like, I didn't make it to this appointment on time because of traffic, right? I'm gonna be 30 minutes late. Well, it's like they think to themselves, it's out of my control.
No, you could have left 30 minutes earlier.
Just like how when you get to the closing table and something pops up and it's like, oh, I can't close on time, it's out of my control. And you know what, like, sure, there's some things that are truly out of your control, but most things you can prepare for and make sure that you get to the closing table on time.
Absolutely.
Not everything is out of your control. You can prepare for the things that are out of your control, which is, I think, that is great that you guys do.
And also having a team behind you and having so many contacts to be able to solve a problem that I may not be able to solve, like for example, that pressure cleaning scenario, but I have an attorney who can solve a problem. I have you that can solve a problem. I have a network of solutions that are on speed dial. And by having that network allows us to be successful. And the success part is getting to the closing table and closing.
Exactly.
We're not talking about being successful financially. We're talking about being successful for our clients, closing and moving into their new home. No matter if you're a buyer or a seller, we are successful at the closing table so that you can move on into your new step of life, whether that's buying or selling here in South Florida.
It's incredible because I don't think buyers and sellers even realize we have a plan A, a plan B, a plan C
we
in our
always
back
have those.
pocket. It's like as soon as we're in a conversation with someone, as soon as we see something pop up as a problem, like, all right, I'm gonna fix it like this, or I'm going to do this if this doesn't work, or I'm going to do this. I'm sure that's what happened with the pressure cleaning situation, right?
Oh.
And if there wasn't a guy there, there's a plan B, there's a plan C. That was getting resolved one way or the other.
It was
in that moment.
It was being solved at that moment. But that's the determination that we have on every transaction. And we have seen, you've had to call me, I've had to call you and go, okay, well, this happened. How do we solve this? It's all problem solving every step of the way.
Exactly.
Now, we do want to take care of most of this early in the transaction before we even go under contract, but sometimes things happen, and that's the nice part is that we are problem solvers. And I